Hi there friends, Chris and again, welcome back to a video. This is another request this time for James, and the name of this video is Unmasking Phoebe's Killer, the Jacques Theory. Okay, let's check it out, yay.
I'll remember the tragic story of Phoebe, Jeffy's twin sister, who made a brief but unforgettable appearance in the series. Her life was cut short when she was hit by a car while learning to
Yeah, I remember that.
Jeffy. It's a heartbreaking tale that left us all with more questions than answers. But what if there's more to this story than meets the eye? What if the person responsible for Phoebe's fate was someone far closer to home than we could have ever imagined? In this theory video, I'm going to take you on a journey through the evidence, the speculation, and the shocking revelation that could change everything we thought we knew about Phoebe's untimely death.
Wow. Let's go.
Phoebe and Jeffy, born on a stormy night in August 2004, the twin children of the famous artist Jacques Pierre Francois and his abusive partner, Nancy. From the moment they entered this world, their lives were shrouded in mystery and marred by the toxic relationship between their parents. Jacques, a man whose brilliance was matched only by his inner demons, struggled to cope with Nancy's abusive behavior. In the end, he made the heart-wrenching decision to leave his family behind. Here's where things get interesting. Jacques made sure to include the twins in his whip. At the time, it seemed like an act of love, a final gesture to secure their fate. But what if there was more to it than that? Keep that thought in mind. We'll come back to it later. Growing up under Nancy's care couldn't have been easy for Phoebe and Jeffy. The constant presence of helmets on their heads had always been a topic of speculation among fans. Some say it was just an eccentric, weird fashion choice, but others wonder if it was a grim necessity, a form of protection against the abuse they endured behind closed doors. It's a detail that's always nagged at me, and as we dive deeper into this theory, it might just hold the key to unlocking the truth. Now let's talk about that fateful day when everything changed. Phoebe and Jeffy, in their youthful innocence, decided it was time to learn how to ride bikes. They approached their mother Nancy, hoping for a loving parent's guidance. But what they got instead was a cold dismissal. Nancy was lost in her own world of selfishness and neglect, and she couldn't be bothered to teach her own children anything. Instead, she demanded to use Phoebe's helmet as an ashtray, deciding that her smoke was more important than the safety of her daughter. Let that sink in for a moment. The one thing that could have protected Phoebe stripped away by the very person who should have been keeping her safe. Jeffy, bless his heart, hesitated at the idea of riding without Phoebe's helmet. But Phoebe, with that mischievous spirit we all came to love, convinced him to give her a push. And so, with a gentle shove, Jeffy watched as his sister pedaled down the street, her laughter echoing in the air. It's a bittersweet moment, knowing what's to come. As Phoebe rode towards that busy intersection, Jeffy screams for her to stop went unheard, and then the unthinkable happened. A car, seemingly out of nowhere, collided with Phoebe, and in that instant, everything changed. In the wake of the accident, Jeffy was a broken shell of his former self, consumed by guilt and haunted by the image of his sister's lifeless body. He clung to the belief that a helmet could have saved her. It's a belief that would shape his entire existence.
That's actually pretty sad, man.
As time passed, Jeffy's dreams became a twisted landscape. He experienced visions of Phoebe reaching out to him from beyond the grave. The nightmares grew so intense that Mario, desperate to help his adopted son, sought the guidance of a medical professional. And that's when Brooklyn Guy dropped the bombshell. Phoebe was real. She wasn't just a figment of Jeffy's traumatized imagination. Jeffy's heartbreaking confession, his belief that Phoebe had wanted to become a tree, forever rooted in the earth, is a moment that stuck with me.
So, Jeffy, where's your sister sleeping at now?
Well, Dad, I think she wants to be a tree.
What, a tree? What are you talking about?
And she's sleeping in the ground.
The innocence of that childlike sentiment, the raw emotion it evoked in Mario, it's a testament to the depth of their bond and the profound impact Phoebe's loss had on their lives. But who could have done this?
Who did it?
Wanted Phoebe dead? Well, I have one suspect we can't overlook in this twisted tale. Screwball, the infamous clown with a dark past. Now hear me out. We all know that Screwball has a history of questionable behavior and a disturbing fascination with meth. But what if there's more to his story than meets the eye? What if his connection to Nancy...
He was with her when he tried to take Jeffy away for his birthday.
Nancy, the abusive and neglectful mother of Phoebe and Jeffy, seems to have a strange alliance with Screwball. In Jeffy's 18th birthday, we saw them collaborate to kidnap Jeffy, a plot that nearly succeeded if it wasn't for Jeffy's quick thinking in a well-aimed gunshot. But what if their partnership wasn't limited to that one incident? Screwball's history of kidnapping and his twisted desires make him a prime suspect in Phoebe's tragic fate. Could it be that Nancy, in her hatred for her own children, hired Screwball's help to get rid of Phoebe once and for all? It's a chilling thought, but one that can't be ignored. Picture this. Nancy, fed up with the responsibility of caring for her twins, conspires with Screwball to stage an accident. She takes away Phoebe's helmet, leaving her vulnerable, and then sends the children out to play. Meanwhile, Screwball lies in wait, ready to strike at the opportune moment. And when Phoebe rides into that busy intersection, it's not just any car that hits her, one driven by the deranged clown himself. It's a theory that sends shivers down my spine, but it's one that we can't discount. Screwball's past, his connection to Nancy, and his proven willingness to engage in criminal acts all point to potential involvement
it could have been him.
Phoebe's death.
It could have been him.
One problem. Even if Screwball played a role, he may not have been acting alone. The inclusion of Phoebe in Jacques' will just days before the accident is still a glaring red flag that we can't ignore. If Screwball did, why wait that long? It just doesn't make sense. But maybe it could be that Jacques and Screwball were working together, each with their own twisted motives. So Jacques
actually didn't believe that.
And escape the consequences
That could be the reason why.
Screwball, fulfilling his sick desires and his loyalty to Nancy. I dug deeper into the circumstances surrounding Phoebe's death, and I think I know who did it. What if Jacques Pierre Francois, the twins' father, had played a role in this accident that claimed Phoebe's life? The evidence, once you start looking for it, is hard to ignore. Phoebe dies days after Jacques leaves, and then there's the timing of Jacques' sudden decision to include Phoebe in his will just days before the accident. Coincidence? I think not. I already hear the comments, but why would Jacques include Jeffy and Phoebe in his will if he was just going to get rid of her? Well, consider this. What if Jacques, realizing that his own actions were about to catch up with him, made a desperate attempt to cover his tracks? By including Phoebe in his will, he could feign ignorance, pretending that he had no idea of the tragedy that was about to unfold. It's a sickening thought, but one that becomes more and more plausible the deeper you dig. By adding her to his will, nobody would ever question him of being the one to actually get rid of her. He would be free from public eye and be able to escape Nancy and his children forever. The implications of this revelation are staggering. The betrayal, the loss, the unimaginable pain inflicted upon Jeffy and the entire SNL cast. It's a wound that may never truly heal. And for Jeffy, the knowledge that his own father could be responsible for his sister's death, it's a burden no one should have to bear. Phoebe's story, tragically cut short, serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human cruelty. Her presence in the SNL series, though brief, will forever be etched in Jeffy's memories, a testament to the power of love and the unbreakable bonds of family, symbolized by the blue helmet that sits on top of Jeffy's head. And so, I turn to you, my fellow SNL theorist. I invite you to share your thoughts, your emotions, and your own theories in the comments below. What do you think happened to Phoebe? Like this video if you wish Phoebe would make a return, and learn the hidden truth of Jeffy's father in my theory video on screen now.
I mean, Joseph dies every now and then, so you would expect her to come back, but I guess not. But that's actually a really good theory that Jacques Francois could have murdered her. Who knows? But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this theory type thing. Who do you think killed her? Who do you think was responsible for her death? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, so with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out. It's always a pleasure. See you guys next video. Bye-bye.